I'm gonna say the majority of the money in the world is spent on weapons of destruction and war. You must also realize, well, it's not the case in Haiti, you must also realize that having an arsenal, an inventory is a cost to you. So if you have a whole stockpile of guns and bombs and ammunition that is not being used, there's a cost associated with maintaining that stockpile. From time to time, you'll find that these people who make these weapons will create wars as a way of clearing out their inventory. And so when you hear them saying that they're going to give you support, financial support, that is not money changing, and a lot of this is in terms of in-kind support. So I'm giving you guns, I'm giving you bullets, I'm giving you this, I'm giving you that. Secondly, international funding is a strategic investment. It is not a gift. See? So when you look and read at the USAID documents, the USAID protocol says that the primary function of the USAID support is to expand the market for US goods and services. Not to help your country, you know, but to expand the market for goods and services. We do a lot of work with international partners. When a grant is offered, 50% of that grant is used to pay people who come from the country that grants you the support. So half of the money stays back in that space. The second half of the money, like a significant proportion of that remaining half, is spent on administrative activities. And in many cases, less than 20% of the money is spent to actually implement the program that they claim that they're actually implementing. It tells you then that there's at least an 80% leakage of whatever money you hear them argue that they're going to give to any country as aid back into the source from which it came from. So it's really about marketing. But again, it's really about the distraction. Because remember, you know, the world is the world from that time till this time. The place that have the resources and the place where the sun shines, which is where black people tend to be, wherever you in the globe. The places that are least resource are the places that don't have any sun, which is where Europe and America, Europe in particular, Europe and America tends to be. And so when we used to have the Berlin Conference in the 1800s, that conference has continued till this time. There has never been a time when Europe was not meeting and strategizing how they're going to continue to split up Africa and to continue to split up other people that have any form of resources. It's just because we think when we hear history and say, oh, 1880 that was the Berlin Conference, the feast was 100 years ago. No. Up to last week, they probably meet about what they are going to do,
right,
and what they continue to do in Africa. Because in truth and in fact, they don't have anything in their country.
It's called G7.
Hey, I just both said that today. Say it's really a reconfiguration and a more up to date and a modern approach towards the thing. And I think that's why a whole heap of people now really connect the dots because the way how them kind of modernize the whole approach with them the same way. And Europe tend to have this thing of, you know, we have a lead dimension marketing, and them have a lead way into kind of setting the narrative. And once we set this narrative now, it kind of, that's where the whole distraction come in now for we now swooping, because they them even talk about the whole finances. And I think it's a really important thing in the whole thing, because think about it from a grassroots level now. Most people at a simple basis. How can a man fire a gun for so much months upon months and so much days upon days? And him now where the shutter come from for restock?
Exactly. Exactly.
Right. So what brothers are talking about is what Walter Rodney said, the system always finds answers. There's a very nice lecture he gave. I think it was at Howard University. It's on YouTube. It's called Crisis in the Periphery, Africa and the Caribbean. And what he said is that the system always adapts very quickly. So for example, when the system realized that we could not longer hold on to these colonies, they're going to become independent, the system made sure that the people who took over the leadership in these countries had the same ideological, philosophical, cultural, social same type of aspirations as the elite in these European countries. So in other words,
not to interrupt you, them do it by offering scholarships to most of us.
Absolutely.
Who go there, and the success is based on the assimilation into the culture.
Absolutely. So you have African Europeans running these countries, which is much more acceptable because colonialism now had been discredited. You can't have Europeans physically running these countries after the 1960s. So you have Africans who have European brains and mindset. And now, instead of having your soldiers based in those countries, which you still have, by the way, but you don't need too many now, because now you have the World Bank and the IMF. The World Bank and the IMF, you give them loans under certain conditions. That's how you control them. So you're cutting that check. But the brothers, you made a couple of points that I quickly want to comment on as well. In terms of the U.S. saying it's increasing aid to Haiti. Haiti does not need a dime from the United States. Haiti has land. Haiti has resources. Haiti has capable people. Why would Haiti need any money from the United States? Exactly. Number one. Number two, why is it called foreign aid? African countries have been getting foreign aid since the 1960s from the West. Show me a single success story.
Exactly.
In Africa. So obviously, the aid is not meant to aid you. And the World Bank, right? The World Bank is called, the official name is the International Bank for Reconstruction and Development. They've been giving money to African countries since 1957, when Nkrumah became prime minister and then president of Ghana. Show me a single developed country in Africa. It's not there. So obviously, it means that the role of foreign aid, the role of the World Bank is not to allow these countries to develop.